If it takes you hours to edit your photos in Lightroom, here are 5 tips for a faster workflow. My name is Nancy, your photography teacher. You can like this video and I'll be popping up on your For You feed with more photography tips. Here we go. Number 1, prioritize getting it right in camera. Boo, lamest tip ever. I know, no one really wants to hear it, but I know you've done this before because I have too. I've been snapping away and I see something that I don't like and I say, I'll just fix that in editing later. No, all you're doing is setting yourself up for frustration later. So prioritize getting your exposure settings correct, the white balance, and your focus spot on your subject, and you're going to save yourself so much headache later on. This isn't just going to save you time in Lightroom, but it's going to give you better images. An example would be if you need to raise your exposure later in Lightroom, this is also going to potentially introduce more noise or grain in your image that would not have been there if you had exposed properly. Number 2 is to create a start and a finish process step by step and stick to it every time. There are a lot of things that need to happen after you take your photo. You have to upload them, you have to organize them, you have to decide which ones are keepers and which ones you're going to get rid of. Then you need to make all over image adjustments, and then you need to make local adjustments to small parts of the image. Then you have to export them, then you have to do a backup, and then you have to do client delivery. Then you want to share it on social media. The list grows and grows and grows. So what can you do? Create a workflow. You can literally print it out like a checklist and stick to it every time. Now, even though you have a lot on your to-do list, you're going to do it step by step and it's not so overwhelming. By the way, I have a free checklist on my website, nancysmiley.com. I'm also going to put it on my story, so you can go grab that checklist. It is a free download. You're welcome. The next tip is to instantly delete photos that are less than ideal. So if they are out of focus or if they're just like almost there and you think you can save it, no, delete it. If the shadows on the face are just a little bit too harsh, or if it's just a tiny bit out of focus, you're always going to notice that when you look at that image, and you're never going to be happy with it, and you're going to spend hours looking at it in Lightroom. So don't do it, just delete it. Edit the really good ones. Number 4 is batch editing, and there's a couple of ways that you can do this. You can have a preset that you like to use on all of your images when you import them, or you can make your global adjustments to an image, which means all of the adjustments that you're making to the entire image and not just small localized areas, and then you can copy that global edit and paste it to all of the other images at once. And my last tip is to only use Photoshop when it is absolutely necessary and to carry out any edit that cannot be done in Lightroom. Listen, Photoshop was not designed for fast editing. In fact, it was actually designed for very intricate, detailed editing. It is quite time consuming to take one photo from Lightroom over into Photoshop, do your edits, and then take it back over into Lightroom. So really only do this on the necessary must images. All right, that's all from me, but in very, very exciting news, I am releasing a new Lightroom editing course. It is called Lightroom Unlocked Blank Canvas to Masterpiece, and right now I am pre-selling it because the course is not going to be released until March 21st. However, I have a huge sale going on right now, so if you decide to enroll in the pre-enrollment phase, you will enroll for $99, whereas when the course launches, it will be $159. So if you want some information on that, again, check out my website, nancysmiley.com. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.